Hello, we're back! Yay! We're back for Elden Ring. Somebody has changed the lights to a very golden hue, which is great because I have orange juice also. Got a cup of tea as well, but I just needed a boost of sugar. So, Yamar rides again. She does indeed. We are back on our Elden Ring All Bosses run with the Battle Axe, and the good news is I forgot to count 3 bosses on the last stream, so we're actually ahead of where I thought we were, which is wonderful. We have defeated 126 bosses, and I think our current goal really is to continue through Lanedale, hop down here, and go to the sewers. Because we have a date with Destiny down here in the form of Mohg the Omen. And we also have Esgar, Priest of Blood, down here. It will also get us Mohg's Shackle, which is really good because we'll need that for one of the dungeons that's coming up a little bit later. But yes, we had a couple of bosses. I forget exactly which ones it was I decided that I'd missed. But a couple of the dungeon ones were a little bit off, I think. I just wanted to get out of there instead of worrying about pressing buttons on my stream deck. So here we are, Subterranean Shunning Grounds. First place we need to go is in here, because there's a Grace. And it means we avoid getting hit by Omen Fire, so much the better. We're going to hop down the ladder over here. And make our way down to Lanedale Catacombs. Ignoring any of these guys for the minute. And this is the point at which I want to actually use the soft cotton so that I don't take as much full damage from down here.
Well, that's just prime.
There we go, that's the stuff. Also muffles my footsteps against the hateful lobsters. Bearzilla, thanks so much for the Prime sub, appreciate it. Also, I think I might have missed Anathra's resub earlier, so thank you, Anathra, for the resub if you're still around. Basically, we need to not get lobstered today. That should be simple enough. There we go. So, we go down this way. That's where the Esgar Priest of Blood fight is. And this is the catacombs where we have to do 2 laps, I think. We have to wait a while here for the guys to explode and for this flame to go away. Flame, go away, come again another day. Wonderful. And then there's one Omen here who we're going to ignore as best we can. Hop down here. And this time we ride up on this thing. Of course I completely miss. There we go. And we turn right here. This takes us down a set of stairs, and then we loop back around to where we can pull the lever. We get Mario stomped by that guy very briefly. Won't worry about that now, because we just need to roll down here. Take the drop. And this should land us on the level with the lever that we need to pull. Fantastic. That gets us in to fight Esgar for our first boss fight of the stream. So for this one, we're going to Flame Grant Me Strength. We'll probably Blood Flame as well. And we won't worry too much about the Barbaric Roar. Mostly we've got to worry about the dogs here. Because they will interrupt and then give him a chance to set up his swarm of flies, and then there's so much blood loss going on in this fight. And he also has Reduvia, which is awful for me in terms of like the blood loss factor here. Yikes, dude. Oh, yep, there we go. Figured it would happen that way. Yes, this is Pyramid Head. Unfortunately for us. Still, with no Great Rune active, we're still doing alright at this stage. It's not as huge of a health increase as it used to be, and I think that's the main thing we needed it for. I'm wondering if maybe we switch to Morgott's Great Rune later. Or perhaps Rykard's. Okay. If we can take out the dogs, then that's sort of ideal, really. But then, yeah, he's going to get me in the meantime. Anyone explain the blood loss mechanic to me? Anytime anybody deals an attack that has the bleed effect, it builds up the red meter that you see on screen, and then you lose a percentage of your health once the meter reaches full. You basically hemorrhage at a certain point, which is very unpleasant for the player. Very useful when dealing with bosses. Especially if you're inflicting it yourself. Oh, he's stuck on a skeleton. Threw my first attack off, but that's fine. One of the dogs is dead. Now I'm stuck on a pillar. Yay for me. Yeah, rough. I was mostly just trying to get rid of the dogs then, but and then he just attacks me again. Yeah, my Berserker style approach to this fight is not really paying off super well, but it's a good warm-up, I guess. This is just a fight where he does a lot of damage to you very quickly. Seriously, what the heck? I swear I hit that time. Okay. So now the blood loss is not going to matter as much because there's not two dogs chasing me down and interrupting my every move. But he still gets me. Unbelievable. Well then. Let's go at this one more time. I don't think there's much else we could change besides just having better robustness. Better defense against some of the damage he's dealing to us. Yikes. Prima just found and started watching the survival tutorial series recently. Been a great distraction. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Always lovely to have new subscribers. And yeah, more of that coming very soon. I'm starting working on the next episode already. There's going to be YouTube shorts accompanying some of the tutorials now, so looking forward to seeing how that works. Maybe get summons to balance his dogs. No, I'm trying to do this without summons generally. It's not like a hard and fast rule, but it helps me learn the fights a little better for next time if I'm doing this myself, and it helps the fight stay somewhat predictable. Yeah, we lost the runes there, but that's no big deal. Okay, so he only does 3 slashes with Reduvia before he gives up on that, so that's good for me to know. This is not a boss whose patterns I have really dedicated a great deal of time to learning in the past, but now he's backing off to let the dog take me, which is a bad idea because the dog is now dead. Gonna quickly heal because otherwise he'd have me again. There we go. Yeah, so I learned something from that, which was the not that way. That way, I guess. Yeah, I learned something from that, which is that he does that attack 3 times. He only gets 3 swings with it. So that's useful to learn. So, we are 127. Let's see where this elevator takes us. Aha. Pull the lever! So these are being summoned by Spirit Caller snails. Literally a bait item. We're going to pull this to get this part open, but the Omen here is not going to be a problem. We're going to return to the Grace in this room, and then we'll do the sewers run. Because I'm pretty certain that now we've got an Esgar, Priest of Blood done. Mohg the Omen is the only other boss down here, so we'll do that real quick. This should be a fairly straightforward run through this part. We've got a dodge right here. I'm just going to put my lantern back on since we were missing that before. The trick here is to jump over a lot of these gaps in the floor. Follow this around, jump over this one as well. There are a couple of these that you can fall down into and they lead to various rewards. A bunch of slugs jump out of the side tunnel here, don't need to worry about them. Avoid the Swanton Bomb. Open this door. There is a shortcut in this section that you can do, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not very good at it. I always thought that was going to be one of the ones that explodes. But I think you can, like, walk off a ledge here and it drops you down into the bit where the elevator takes you down. Because we're going to end up at the bottom of this oubliette in a second. We will roll down here. Oh, it's like being back in depths. Yeah, I think the elevator takes you to, like, there. Is where you end up. But I think we actually don't need to be down here. Taking a wrong turn. There we go, we need to be back this way. Or do we? Is this just an item? Oh no, this is where the sewer pipe continues. Okay, cool. So then we go up here. We avoid getting death blighted if possible. We come out into this room where we climb the ladder. Fortunately, these guys are not too much of a hassle with the axe being as choppy as it is. So we have that now. And we need to be over there. So does this get us out that way, or does this... And this takes us back to the main corridor, so this is basically the shortcut. But I think this time we go up here, yes? Absolutely not. Yeah, so we get up to the end of here, we jump off the edge. This guy throws knives at me for no reason. We jump this way. We pause here for a guy to run out of the doorway. Bye. So then we kick this down, but then we go down here. And then it's a game of follow the rats. Actually, we go this way. I'm pretty sure one of these is the one that we jumped down. But let me quickly check. Big rat this way. That leads back up. Yeah, okay. So I think this is the one that we dropped down. We turn left, we go down here, we find a ladder. This leads us down to the elevator, I think. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is Mohg the Omen. Our first of 2 Mohg fights. But we have the shackle, so we might as well give that a try. You want to know how summons work? I have 20 hours in, I have no idea where I can cast them. So you can cast them whenever you see the little gravestone symbol on the left-hand side of your screen. There's like a little spectral gravestone that shows up. But basically, anytime you're in a legacy dungeon or about to encounter a boss fight, it'll give you the opportunity to summon. There are also NPC summons in some places, so if you see a gold summon sign, you will most likely be able to summon people there as well. This is my favorite move. He turns the sprinklers on. He's got such a big trident. Oh, didn't expect him to hit me with that one, but he did it anyway. Nice. The sprinklers don't work if you hit him with a stagger beforehand. Okay, that'll do. Not the best fight we've done, but not the worst either. And he gives you a quarter of the runes that actual Mohg does. And that is everything we're going to do down here. We are not going to go and do the Frenzied Flame path because, I mean, at this point we can't. We haven't beaten Morgott, so the whole thing is still sealed off. Let's put one into Endurance as well as Strength. Full stack of Strength, which what we love to see. And yeah, that's it for Blanedale Sewers. So at this point, we still have a couple of fights outside of Lanedale, actually. So maybe we'll go out and do those quickly first. From Capital Rampart, we can get to the Hero's Grave that's here, and also the Auriza side tomb, where there's just a Grave Warden Duelist fight. But the other fight is Crucible Knight Ordovis and his other Crucible Knight friend. Ordovis should be easy enough when we can parry, but I don't know about the other one. The other one will just fight traditionally, I guess. Just got to make sure only one of them is hitting us at once. There's a Spirit Spring here that can take you down pretty easily. We're not going to do all of the stuff with Dung Eater because we've already killed Morgott, so there's no need for that. Shout out to bears, though, I guess. Any dragons coming up that we should be worried about? Not until Mountaintops. At this rate, we have killed all the dragons that we can at this stage in the game. Aside from Adula, who I guess we will end up fighting once we're done with Rani's quest, but I'm not on that part of the quest yet, so... We'll probably do that later today, but we'll also get to Mountaintops today, so... There'll be 2 dragon fights, I think. Two dragons and a big snake man. I'm also going to briefly sit at the Grace and do something I've been reminding myself to do the entire time and forgetting, which is to equip Flame Cleanse Me. Which is only going to be a distraction for some of this. I don't think we need it in this environment either. This is just another awful chariot room, but... This is the other reason we needed Morgott's Shackle, or Mohg's Shackle, is because I'm pretty sure it helps us with this room. If not this room, then the area just beyond this. Oh yeah, this is the one where we drop down here, yeah? Yes, 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 I remember. Not interested in basilisks today, no thank you. So we come out here, and this is where we do the shackle. Because then they all run into each other and we get a really great armor set. I knew there was something secret down here. It turns out it was that skeleton. Okay, so now we don't need to worry about the chariots anymore. Let's just beeline for the entrance. Because I'm fairly certain this isn't one we need to pull a lever for, because these side tombs all have doors that you just push open. Wild. Yeah, Alex, I have no idea who you're talking about, so probably not me. Don't let that put you off, though. You know, if you enjoy an Elden Ring stream, feel free to stick around. I think this one we can probably pop a rune arc for, although this may be hubris. We've still got the buckler equipped, so let's just use this for now. And try and have the one with the sword target me first. And avoid him whenever he does that. That's basically the plan here. Ordovis' mate just stands back and watches him get clobbered, which is great. Just some other Elden Ring content creator? Hey, no worries. That should be Ordovis done. Very nice. And of course his mate immediately kills me while I heal. Oh, ouch. No, my combo almost killed me. Oh, and if I'd stayed there, it would have. Ordovis' friend, actually worse than Ordovis? Okay, M4 Stomp. And Stagger. Clean. And that gives us the full Crucible Knight armor set, which we already have the Crucible Tree Knight, but I think there might be some differences between the two. And that's another boss done. Very good, 129. Time for Grave Warden Duelist, and then we've just got Morgott and Fell Twins. Main problem here is dodging the Rune Bear. What Rune Bear, you say? This Rune Bear, I say. Bonnie, thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Appreciate the resub. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to rest here because I've actually not rested since I used up all my flasks on that. I forget exactly what the pattern is for this tomb, but it's just a cheeky side one, so... let's put one more into endurance. That seems to be helping us. We want to get strength up to like 80, probably. If we're sticking with strength as the main stat here. Oh, this is the one with jars, of course. Let me quickly turn my light on so you can see me getting absolutely destroyed by jars. Just because I remember this one doesn't mean I remember how you complete it, though, so bear with me while I stumble through a lot of this, probably. We can't get through there. Oh, of course, yeah, there's lightning everywhere. Oh, this is the one with all the chests. These chests, like, teleport you, I'm pretty sure. But then there's a hidden wall here, which leads to the chest that you're supposed to take, I think. Okay, at least it let me into the transporter before it killed me, so that's good. Should probably start killing these guys, because I think we have to loop back around here multiple times. Now, this is on top of there. Does this lead up to a lever I can pull? No, it leads to this guy. Okay. So now we have the old man imps. So this does take us back to where we were, yes? Okay, cool. So we need to go to this one. There's a ladder over here on the left. Of course, there are cracked pots here, because there are jars here. That chest just takes us back to where we were, so I'm going to climb the ladder, because I don't think we can open the gate from here. Neighbor just gave me a bale of straw for your chickens. Aw, that's nice. I would like to keep chickens at some stage. Oh, here we go. Well, that was nice. Straightforward. The problem now is remembering how you get home. But I think it's this one. And I'm right. Okay, so this is Grave Warden Duelist. Hopefully not too difficult of a fight. I can't remember how hefty this guy's attacks are, so we'll try and play it sort of safe. Oh, he's got the jars as well. He had a jump attack, I had a jump attack. Stagger? Oh no. Guess not. Stagger? Still no. Stagger! Always good when it's the last one. Really like the convoluted dungeons. They're okay once you know how to solve them, but they take you hours the first time around because you're like, am I back at the beginning? I genuinely don't know. I never got the hang of using like navigational aids like the prism stones or whatever they're called. Rainbow stones. West Capital Rampart is actually closer, I think. I forgot we had this one, but we've already fought Godfrey, so. So on to Morgott. Although if we've already fought Godfrey, then why didn't I get the grace up there? Answer, I did. It's taking me a while, folks. It's a lot to think about. We're 130 bosses in. So, hopefully Morgott should be okay. We're definitely doing enough damage. It's just, this is one of the fights I struggle with just because of how organic his attack patterns are. We can optionally fight a Black Knife Assassin here if we want to. But I don't want to, so I won't. I said I don't want to. Mongrel Intruder. I said I don't want to fight you. Go away. Have a quick sip of tea while this is going on.
Graceless, tarnished.
That's Yamar to you. Show Yamar some respect.
What is thy business with these thrones?
It's Chairman again, yes.
Godric the Golden.
Well, chat loves chairs, so...
The twin prodigies, Mikola and Melania. General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani. Willful traitors, all.
Where's Godwyn? Why did Godwyn have a throne?
Thy kind are all of a piece.
Steve-O, thank you for the 43 months.
Hellgers, emboldened by the flame of ambition. Have it writ upon thy meager grave. Felled thy king Morgott, last of all kings.
Your robe is clipping through your arm there, Morgott. Good start. No daggers for us. Straight into phase 2. No phase 2 at all. Interesting. Almost a no-hit Morgott.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
I'd forgive it. Break the chair! Morgott him. That was the cleanest fight we've done this whole playthrough, I think. Like, aside from having no stamina for that last dagger swipe, that was almost hitless. Alright, off to Mountaintops for us.
Hello. Allow me. You are unprevented. The thorn, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you. Shall let my hand share them with me.
Shall that?
Your thoughts.
Alright, you don't want to hear my thoughts. Yamar's got no thoughts. Only actions. 131, yes, thank you. I will need you to remind me, because I do keep forgetting to press that button. What's important, though, as we beat the bosses, the on-screen counter is for flair, but not for anything more important than that. So, Fell Twins is the only fight left in Lanedell. We've got 2 more on Mount Gelmir, which is Rykard and one other that I haven't marked off yet. Let me quickly check, hang on. Oh yes, Kindred of Rot, because we didn't have enough Stone Sword keys. There is nothing under that bucket, we've seen. We've seen through the bucket and there's nothing there. That wasn't even a jump attack, that was just a jump for style. Yeah, it's been a while since we did Kindred of Rot. It's been a while since chat had the latest installment in the Kindred of Rot saga. We've also got 2 bosses immediately after Fell Twins, because Forbidden Lands has a Knight's Cavalry and Black Blade Kindreds, so we got them to worry about in a second. But first, Fell Twins. It would be funny if Mohg's Shackle worked on Mohg in the Fell Twins fight. But alas, I don't think it does. Big crossbow you got there. Still so unfair that he can ride a horse and I can't. Excuse me. Don't need any sombers either. Genuinely, if you keep running, he can't attack you. It's so funny. Normally I'd go down and get the Grace before this, but I think we'll be okay as far as this fight goes. Once again, hubris probably, but... always a frightening thing to happen when it happens. I think Omens are vulnerable to bleed, so... Flame Grant Me Strength makes sense here. Axe one first. Also, they've got very little poise. So, you know. Where's the other guy? Couldn't roll from that one. Or that one, actually. There we go. Nice and straightforward. Couldn't see for most of it. Didn't need to. Omen Killer Rolo. The Void from the hit game Minecraft. Okay, we'll grab the Grace here, go up the tower. We'll get Morgott's Great Rune. We're not going to worry about Mohg's because we're not summoning. What game is that? GTA 6. $132. We'll switch to Morgott's Great Rune after we next lose Godfrey's, so that's a challenge. But we're now done with Lanedale. That is, while I'm going up this elevator, Crucible Knight, Ordovis, Fell Twins, Grave Warden, Duelist, and Morgott all done. So next we have Forbidden Lands, although we could backtrack to Gelmir, we could backtrack to Ainsel River and complete Rani's quest, for which there are, I want to say, 2 boss fights, which is Astel and Adula. And then, of course, there's Black Knight Tish, or Alecto, whichever one. Won't need to come back here because we don't need Mohg's Rune. Walk back down there. And now we have to run all the way back here, which is probably why I went and got the Forbidden Lands Grace the first few times. Because you can't use your horse. It's a pirate game. I mean, depends whether you download it legally or illegally. Didn't realise I put my weapon away throughout some of that. Just started punching the guy. It worked. Hup. There we go. Welcome to Verboten Land. Hopefully it's nighttime and we can fight the Knight's Cavalry. We'll rest here anyway, just to make sure. Yeah, it was already night. Where is he? Where is he? Is Knight's Cavalry in the next bit? There he is. Hello. Ow. Go off the edge. Get bullied. Oh, he's bringing me to the edge. It's a ploy. Get wrecked. Pretty good. Now to remember which way I'm supposed to go. This way. Yeah, there we go. 133. Hop. And hop. Scamming the scammer, yes. He's like, I heard you lured one of my brothers off a cliff. Over 20 times now. So up here, there should be a Blackblade Kindred fight. You can summon for this one. Who can you summon for this? Oh, is that Millicent? Big if true. Or is that Melina? I can't tell. I actually kind of hate the Twin Blade ones. The Axe moveset is the same for all of them, but the Twin Blade gargoyles are really annoying. Okay, double up on that move, why don't you? Keep standing directly in the flame, like, tornado thing that they do. Magic Pixel will not save you. 134. Hey, Koifish, welcome in. Yeah, there are so many gargoyle weapons we're going to have to do playthroughs for. There's like a gargoyle block in the A to Z list. Anyway, that's Forbidden Lands done. So we can head off to Mountaintops, where there are a lot of bosses waiting for us. We've also got Morgott's Remembrance that we can crush. Because I'm not using his curved sword or the Omen Bairn. Strength can go up, Vigor can go up. Let's put one into Strength. I feel like we aim for 80 Strength, we aim for 25 Faith. We do have a gold pickled foul foot because we can go and do regular Mohg now. We can go and do Rykard, both of whom get us a lot of runes. And I looked it up, and Bernal, you just have to talk to him and talk to everybody as Volcano Mana clears out, and then he'll appear in Farum Azula. And we can get his armor set. Assuming we still want it, but I think we will.
No. Oh, don't pay me. Just lay out you.
Don't pay you? I mean, I didn't want to pay you. I'm going to upgrade the Serpent Hunter, and we're just going to do Rykard's fight the traditional way, because, let's be real, the Battle Axe has been taking us through all of the other ones, but it is very hard to hit the Serpent when it's out in the lava lake, so we're just going to upgrade this to +7 and do the thing. Where did that go? Great Spear, where are you? There. It actually has no attribute requirements, which is wild, but the scaling is an A on strength, so we're going to be fine. I don't think Blood Flame Blade will work on this thing, so that's also totally fine. That was actually going to hit me if I stayed where I was. Okay, cool. Rykard time. We don't normally see this cutscene, so I might as well show you it. This could make a good thumbnail. There he is. Together.
Very well.
Turns out the snake is also a sword swallower. Also, the snake really isn't at an angle that you should be able to pull out a sword this large. So, who knows how that works. The voice is so good. Also, it's pretty obvious that the ringed finger weapon that you can get is Rykard's finger, compared to the amount of rings he currently has on. Oh, I forget that it drags when he attacks with this thing. Oh, he's too far away. What? Oh, we got flaming skulls. This is the bit where it becomes a little more difficult to dodge all of this. So I may end up dying here. Yeah, there we go. The trick to doing this fight well is to stagger him so that you completely ignore this phase, but... Anyway, let's actually have the camera back on now that we've done this once. I think I might quickly reset my flasks so that I have one more mana flask. Makes that slightly easier to do. There's so much going on. Yes, there really is. I'm also going to save my mixed physic until phase 2 because that will allow me to stagger him slightly better. The running R2 on this is also wild. Okay, didn't quite get to pull it off before the transition, but never mind. Oh, missed that one. Okay, one more. Stagger? Yeah. And that's a fight. Like I said, didn't even get to the second phase at all. Now imagine doing that with a battle axe. You basically have to be out in the lava taking damage constantly to actually melee him, so... So that's Rykard, who's always a pleasure. And we could get Blasphemous Blade, but that's not time for that playthrough yet. It will be at some point, though, because it is in the bees. So, that's Rykard done. Now, the only thing left on Mount Gelmir is Kindred of Rot, but we need to go and say hi to Bernal before we go, just to make sure he moves on. We'll also say hello to Tanith.
It's true that no defeat is until then. I suggest I will miss the champion. I always... Perhaps we...
We won't meet again, but that's fine.
So, I harbour you no ill will. Even he was prepared to. But any road though we may, we hunted and with everything. Oh, I am the we refused. Oh, great! I am the we refused.
Everyone's got a brother in this. Everyone's like, oh, I'm the one who shall avenge my brother. I'm like, alright, guys. Now, great runes. Since I said we were going to do this. A little extra HP for us. Should come in handy a little later on. Does mean we can't use some of the incantations and stuff until we actually have the runes for it. Or the levels for it, rather. But that's entirely fine. We need to go to Seethwater River and try and get the Kindred of Rot cave open. Which I believe we have enough Stone Sword keys for now. Yeah, we got 3. You only ever need 2 maximum, so... that should be fine. Did I press the button for Rykard, chat? I'm pretty sure I did, right? Yeah, the amount of you killed my brother, prepare to die in this game is commensurate with the amount of rodents of unusual size. Okay. Never mind that guy. He wasn't a good guard anyway. Now then. I think we'll use a rune arc again, just because having this much extra health, 2130, wow, increases our survivability to no end, as long as I don't fall off something. And as far as getting down into here goes, it's really just about falling off things, isn't it? But yeah, fortunately we have Flame Cleanse Me for this one, so it should be nice and easy, provided I know which way I'm going. All the items in here are bait for you to get dropped on by poison slimes, so... I believe this is also where you get the mushroom armor, if you care to get the mushroom armor, which personally I'm fine without. And is it down here? There we go. It seems like there's a stake of Marika here, so I presume so. Oh, yikes, okay. That could have been a long way down for somebody with 2,000 health. Thanks for the golden rune, I guess. Ah, yes, here we are. Wonderful. So this is 2 Kindred of Rots in what should otherwise be a fairly straightforward fight. They'll be weak to fire because Rot things are weak to fire, presumably, so... Jumping heavy to open. Follow-up charged heavy. Completely whiffs. Second jumping heavy kills. Easy money. I mean, that sounds pretty much like Golden Retriever behavior from my experience of Golden Retrievers. They have ginger cat level brain cells. Right, that's Mount Gelmir all done. So we're on to Mountaintops, Mohg, Consecrated Snowfields, that level of stuff. Or we go and finish Rani's quest, which will be fairly easy to do, so I think we'll go and do that now. Which is just going to involve doing the second half of Ainsel River. We've already given Rani the Finger Slayer Blades, so she's already off on her Dark Night of the Soul or whatever. Adula is here, but will be over on Moonlight Altar when we get there. What's up, Pool 3? Welcome in. Welcome to the Elden Ring A-Z. This is a challenge where I'm trying to beat Elden Ring with every weapon in alphabetical order. This is our 21st playthrough featuring the Battle Axe. We're doing an all bosses run because you start with this weapon, so acquiring it is no challenge at all. I thought I would add a challenge. And yeah, we're about to go fight a weird bug guy and then a dragon. Oh, and also Dragonkin soldier on the way, but I don't know if they count as dragons. They're more soldiers than dragons. Yeah, we've got the Lake of Rot to contend with. We do have to talk to Miniature Rani because we need to get to Moonlight Altar. And for that we need the key from Rhea Lucaria. Proper dragons are the only one that counts? Okay, that's fair. We can probably remove the Strength, not Crystal tier in favor of Stone Barb at this point. Yeah, because I thought Stone Barb was the one we had on already, so never mind.
Or is it me? Fine. I hadn't expected. Now the form eliminate the name of I will.
Alright, boss. You're the boss. Astel Naturalborn is going to be easier to do than Astel Stars. So I guess we'll do it in that order, but it would be quite funny to do one before the latter before the former. Oh yeah. Ants, by the way. By the way, ants. There's going to be a few more of those in here. If I planned on doing a Minecraft hardcore stream, nah, I'm not really interested in playing hardcore Minecraft. Survival Guide is a tutorial world. I mostly play in that world. I feel like playing in any worlds other than that just takes time away from what I consider my core competency. So, if I can say that word, it's also ideal, but you know. My main thing is tutorials, so. I think, honestly, we might want to get to Farum Azula before we do all of the Consecrated Snowfield stuff, because all of the bosses in the Snowfield I would much rather take on with a fully upgraded weapon. And we're still only on plus 20 with this thing, which we have been for the last, like, 3 streams, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's not have a hard time jumping up rocks. There we go. Baleful Shadow fight should be nice and straightforward. If not a guaranteed success, then at least a reasonable chance of one. I think I'll change my flasks back in a second as well.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the 2 fingers that Rani the Witch cometh to rend thy flesh with a fateful wound, ne'er to heal.
We get a little bit of blood flame from these guys as well. Or like Destined Death. That one health drain aspect that it has. So we've got a little bit of Malekith in this one. There we go, there's the stagger we wanted.
Beautifully fought.
Thank you.
My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blythe and Iji I love them.
And now, the Lake of Rot. So there are 2 boss fights that we can do down here, one of which is actually in the Lake of Rot. Flasks. That's what I'm doing. There we go. We shouldn't need too many flasks here, but if we end up getting rot during this fight, sometimes it's a little difficult. No, I don't watch Kaisenat. I've seen people talk about his Elden Ring streams, but not my style of streamer. Not my preferred type of watch. Takes a fair bit of blue to cast that, so I try not to spam it here, but we do have a blue flask, so I guess we'll be okay. There's the guy. So this is my favorite boss fight again. And hopefully we should be able to manage this, but I am slightly worried we will die beforehand. Either way. That's the wrong one. Good start. We got to get behind the leg and do the thing. Yep, ow. Ow and ow. The other problem with rolling in Scarlet Rot is that it coats your body with it more if you aren't already rotted, but if you are, then that's not really a problem. Okay, yep, that one hit me. Drink, drink, drink. Dang it. Okay. I knew another damage tick was coming. It was going to happen. And this is why I prefer the fights where you're not standing in a rot lake. This is why you have ranged attacks. But we'll go again. And this time I'll equip the Highland Axe, so I should do slightly better damage with Barbaric Roar anyway. Always aim for the back legs. Get behind the crook of the leg, and Barbaric Roar, and... oh, that's better. Drink, drink. Oh, he hits me while I'm on the ground doing that. Okay, fair. You can raise platforms around him, but there's not really much point when you have to melee the guy. And honestly, tanking Scarlet Rot is not a problem when you have this much vigor. It's just, got to get it done. Honestly, if we Barbaric Roar like here, it lasts for 45 seconds, so we'll probably have a chance to get a swing in before he really starts swinging at me. Now we heal twice. Try and get behind him again, which is easier said than done when he's turning like this, but yeah. It is a lot of good damage to start. The problem is, like, there are some patterns where he will just try and swing at you when you're behind him, which means you just end up turning and he carries you with him in the crook of his leg, and I'm not getting that. I'm getting the one where he stands up, which puts me out of position right away. But yeah, the damage is good, so we'll manage. And then I just died from Scarlet Rot. We are now, unfortunately, at that end of the game where you can't really count on bosses to not deal incredible damage to you. Okay, we'll wait for him to do a thing. And then we'll try and get under him again. There we go. And then we'll heal, because I need to heal. Problem is he doesn't have a hitbox there. Heal. Okay, I drank right as he did that, so that's good. Oh. Okay, this time we drink again. Drink twice. Oh, we are almost dead that time. I need to get behind his leg. Okay, weird, but we did it. Great enemy felled. I think this is the pressure plate we should have been standing on to raise all the platforms, but matters very little at this stage. What does matter is that we head over here. $137. It's also absolutely possible to cast Flame Cleanse Me with enough health that it kills you, I'm pretty sure. Which I almost did just there. We're going to ignore this. Mostly because we can make it to about here, do this. Nice. And we're out. There is an ulcerated tree spirit down here who is not technically a boss fight. You can do it if you want a golden seed, but I'm not going to. Because Astel is next. And we need about another 30k? I don't think we can get it from this. Diminishing returns. So, back to the Rune Arcs. You ain't seen me, right? We've got a few better helmets at this point. But none of them really quite feel like Ymar. I feel like the Exile hood would have been great, just as like a little shawl. Okay, Astel fight should be pretty straightforward. We've done this one a handful of times. Blue Cheese's greatest rival, Scarlet Rot Cheese? Yikes. Not for me, thank you. We also don't really need Flame Cleanse Me anymore, but I might keep it on deck just in case. We've got to fight Melania at some stage. This is one fight I do not trust Barbaric Roar to hit anything, actually, so... we'll go in with Blood Flame. Good roll. Dodge the tail next. Second one won't hit. Jumping heavy. Oh, there's 4. I always forget there's 4. Where's your comedy rule of 3, Astel? That's the rule of 3 one. Malformed Star attack. Or Falling Star Beast attack, rather. Okay, here we go with the tail again. Couple of jumping heavies. Can never dodge all 3 of those by rolling. This is the grab. Oh no, it's not. This is Meteorite. I guess phase 2 because he's about half health. Makes sense. Jumping heavy. Still no staggers. I was really hoping we'd get it that time. There we go. Oh, it's giving us so many staggers to end fights with. I love that. $138. Where's the Grace here? It's all the way over there. Gosh, we really traveled this arena. Astel's Skull is weirdly one of the only things in game that freaks you out a bit because the eye is like in the center. Okay, we're going to level up here. I'm going to take my bathroom break, and then... Nice. We're going to... Yeah, we'll use Astel's Remembrance. Why is Astel kind of graceful, though? Being from space, it helps. When you're an alien. 583 on the right hand. What's that looking like these days? Just straight up 583. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll rest here. We'll do the Adula fight after this, and then we'll carry on through Mountaintops, I guess. Back in a sec, folks. How many bosses has Chair killed so far? Not enough. Chair gotta pull your weight. Back to Ray Lucaria for the engagement ring, I guess. And back to Astel, Naturalborn of the Void for the way out of here. Chair is always here for support, yes. Welcome to an elevator shaft that nobody expected to be here. Yamar wants to know if you've been eating your vegetables. Have you? Have you been eating your vegetables? Welcome to Moonlight Altar, where we will be fighting a dragon. And also a Black Knife Assassin. We do have some Dragon Wound Grease, so we might as well use that instead of Blood Flame this time. This is now an anti-dragon weapon. Wasn't locked onto the legs properly there. Okay, yep, I dodged that in precisely the wrong way. I also should have kept the Dragon Wound Grease on because Barbaric Roar takes it off because it's a weapon buff, so... Should just be a minor adjustment. One more of these. There we go. Here's another stagger. Way easier to avoid when you're not on a horse, it turns out. One in the head. Yeah, there we go. 139. And now, because it's mandatory, we are off to see the boss. Got the glintstones by eating sorcerers? I think so, yes. At this point, faith, I think. I'm okay with 50 vigor for now. We'll want 60 in the Halig tree, but we'll manage 10 levels between now and then. I'm going to keep it dark here just for atmosphere, because this is something that you love to see once you've reached this stage in the game. After getting engaged in an extremely metal way, yes. I mean, most engagement rings are metal. But you know what I mean. She's already got one ring on. Let's add to that. Yes, your fiancé is like, cool, we're engaged. Now I go to space. She does look spacey already. Weird that she then reappears as the puppet, even though she's
So perhaps I am
entirely spectral at this point. Anyway, she gives us a cool sword, which we will tragically not be using yet, and we ride. We ride the wrong way. Let's not worry about that, because Moonlight Altar will take us to the Black Knife Ringleader Alecto arena. Engagement swords. Now time for everyone's least favorite Everjail. Oh, I was not expecting that to hurt as badly as it did. Is it really? Oh, there it is. I see it. I was like, where the heck? Well, we're going in a flask down, but let's not worry too much about that. I think Blood Flame is fair play in this fight, so... I'll take it. Oh. I hate that you don't turn as well. No, come on. Oh, got me with that. Nice. One quick heal, just in case, because, yep, I knew that was coming. There we go. And our backup summon is here. 140. We are done with Liurnia. Finally. Finally, we are done with Liurnia. We are 25 bosses away from beating every boss in the game. We have done Lake of Rot. So now it's just Mountaintops, Snowfields, Mohg, Farum Azula, and then the final boss rush. So we are doing pretty well here. Question is, do we want to do Mohg now? I think my answer is yes. Just so we don't have to get the teleport from the snowfield, which, you know, we could do, but it's easier to do it this way. Having beaten Magnus the Beastclaw a little while ago, we are basically done with Vari's quest, but I've just not done it this time because I didn't want the temptation of leveling up at the bird farm.
Oh, I'm glad. You have a... I wish to
Basically, at this point, like, if you beat all of the bosses, you have enough runes that you may as well have leveled up at the bird farm anyway, but the only other thing we could do, I suppose, is go to Mountaintops and get the last 2 sacred tiers so that we have fully maxed out flasks before this fight, but I shouldn't think it'll matter that much. Good night, Ginger. Sleep well. I don't think we're getting a decent supply of Sombersmithing 8s until we get to Farum, so time to do the finger thing. I suppose the only change here is if you take the teleporter, you don't end up with red eyes. But it really doesn't matter that much.
Oh, good heavens. Clench your teeth or something. Never it is what you have. Oh, amid the power.
Bye, Vari. Oh yeah, we have the Omen Ben from that. Okay. So I think we've got a couple of Smithing Stone 8s that we can get from around here. They're back around in the Blood Swamp. We can also level up quickly first. $125. It's a good level to be. This 125 is the threshold at which it now takes 100,000 runes to level up once, so gonna avoid aggroing the summoners here. Or I thought we were going to. Basically, most of these trees have items by them, but I'm not certain if all of them are relevant or important. There's our Smithing Stone 8. There's a big rune over here. There's something else right here, I think. Whoop. My horse! Okay. With that taken care of, there's a couple of other, like, you know, summon upgrade materials and stuff here, but outside of that, we can just walk back. Always grab them in a mad panic, never remember what they are, yeah. Yeah, it's some heroes runes, which are always helpful to have, especially when, as I said, it takes a lot of runes to level up now. And, 1 Smithing Stone 8, which we can now use to get our axe to plus 22, I guess? I'm working towards having Golden Vow as part of the buffs we can do, so... Getting mugged by the Blood Swamp, always. Roderica is still not set up as a Spirit Tuner. Fugue is still hammering away. Oh wait, we still need Smithing Stone 7s. Huh. Where'd we get them? Probably Mountaintops. So, let's do Mountaintops first. Because then I think we can get some from, like, statues and things up here. Let me quickly check on that. Because I know it'll be like, Farum Azula. Yeah, smithing, 7. We just need 5 of these. I'm pretty sure the statue at the end of the... Okay, that has Smithing Stone 8. Oh, that's in Snowfield. Yeah, that has 3 Smithing Stones. Castle Soul has some. There's a corpse sitting in a chair atop a small ridge immediately east of First Church of Marika. So we'll go there to get the Sacred Tier anyway. That'll be easy enough. Normally we just power through until we get to Farum Azula, but normally we're not fighting every boss, so... We'll hop in here and get the Bell Bearing just in case we want to upgrade a second Battle Axe, because I've always had that as a potential option for this build later if we want to dual-wield axes for maybe a bit more poise damage or do a Frost and Fire kind of build against Malenia. Honestly, I think changing up my playstyle at this stage is not going to help much. If we have trouble with Malenia, I might as well just stick to it, but... Oh, I thought I was going to be able to do some rooftop parkour then. Oh, the other thing about going up here is that now we have all of these extra catacombs and stuff to do. There's a hero's grave up here as well. Oh, hang on. That wasn't the turn back. That's the turn back. Here we go. Now I've got to remember what this one is. Managed to get to the frenzy part of the DLC. Really wish I didn't. Yeah, yeah. That's a fair thing. We've only got 6,000 runes, so if we lose them here, we lose them. The rune arc is the main thing, really. So this one is imps. Okay, that's fair. Not invisible walls. No pressure plates. Which one is this? What is it we do here? Remember the giant hero's grave really sucking though? Yeah. This isn't one where we go under the elevator. Right? And it's not one where we have to go back here. No. It looked like there was something under the elevator, but it's just well decorated. I think the reason that the Giant Conquering Hero's Grave sucks is that it's got a lot of Erdtree Burial Watchdogs just as regular enemies, right? It's that one and not this one that has that, I'm pretty sure. So this has a couple of jars. We get this. Alright. We go this way, I guess. That's got a pressure plate, so we avoid that. This one has guillotines, but no exit, so we just avoid these. And try not to get blown up in the process. Nothing in that room that we need to pay attention to. Okay, there's a bunch of land squirts here. Odd. This is just like the cold themed one, I guess. Okay, and then you hop down here, right? So we grab this. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, we're in the same place. Except I don't think we are. Because the big pot is not here. What are we? Hang on. Ah, there's this bit down here. So we've got to do this. No, we've just done the magic chest one. We did that earlier with the, I think it's Auriza side tomb. I think that's the one that was, the magic chests. Because, yeah, this isn't the one we just went down. Yeah. So it's a secondary chain-operated lift that you're supposed to think is the first one, but it's not. I've heard these referred to as setup punchline dungeons. And, yeah, I can see that. So what is the boss here? That's the other thing I don't remember. Oh, is this a... Yeah, weird. I guess doing fire damage here with Blood Flame is probably a good thing. Probably get a stagger after this one. There we go. I think we would have got that sooner, but I was... delayed slightly by getting hit by this thing. That was always my least favorite attack they did. Somehow we dodged through that. Okay, pretty straightforward, that one. Beating the game once for each weapon. I'm going to be here forever. Yeah, for like 8 years, I think, is the total we figured it out as. I'm not beating every boss on every playthrough of the game. So some of my recent playthroughs have only been like 5 hours long, but yeah. Don't know if anyone else has ever done this. Definitely there are people who are trying to beat the game with every weapon. I don't think anyone else is trying to do it in alphabetical order. But Forty Enjoyer and R. Kirby, I think R. Kirby 909 or something is their username. Both of them are doing similar things. I think both of them are more competent players than I am at this point. And when I watch Forty Enjoyer, he only plays with the specific weapon. Like, he doesn't use any supporting abilities or whatever. It's just like, if it's a dagger, you're beating the game with a dagger. Obviously, you can, like, give it Ashes of War and affinities and stuff, but, like, when I joined his stream one time, he was beating the game with the jar cannon, but the extra one, I think, from the DLC, and he was on the first Elden Lord Godfrey fight, and the reload time on that thing makes it really difficult to use in boss fights where they crowd you. So, yeah, like, that was absolutely absurd. I think he did it first try, too, which is unbelievable. Oh, Millicent's here.
To think, what could you call upon? I heard, indeed, the Halic tree.
The Halic tree is somewhere in these northern lands. So we're going to go to the statue over here. And we are going to fight another dragon. And then we're going to get the last sacred tier.
It is I, Lieutenant.
Hello, Lieutenant. You're good for Yamar.
Castle Sol lies just off to the north, where the other medallion is housed.
Sorry, Lieutenant. I'm going under a bridge. That's literally the case. I'm going through a tunnel. There's another golden seed over here if we want it, which we might as well get max flasks. I don't know where the other seeds are that we're going to get on the way, so this is an easy one. As long as we don't get boulders flung at us in the process. Just got to wake up this guy. Hey, you. Come this way. Bad signal in the lands between these days. Yeah, they need to put more towers up. The golden posse is out here. Hey. Hey. Come back. Well, that tree needed a haircut anyway. Come here. You've really got to lure them close enough and then hope they do one of their, like, longest sweeping attacks. Come on, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. That'll do it. Yeah. Alright, enough now, mate. Cheers, have a good one. Okay, quick rest at the Grace here before we fight Borealis, who is the dragon that we always ignore, so actually kind of stoked to fight this one. How long does it take on average for me to complete a run with a weapon, and what's the route look like? The route looks like... this, ironically. The route looks like go and get the weapon as early as possible. If you can't get it before fighting Godfrey, you fight Godfrey. Then run around, get all of the upgrade materials you need, get as many sacred tears as you can, fight Radahn, take those great runes, go to Lanedell. Normally we end up like leveling up with Grail like right at the beginning as well. But yeah, then you go to Lanedell, fight Draconic Tree Sentinel, and Morgott, head to Forbidden Lands, just beeline for Fire Giant, do Farum Azula, come back, end the game. You do precious little of the side stuff, but the idea behind some of this is that, like, if there is a fun challenge or anything thematic that we can do along the way, we try and do it. If there's, like, armor that we want to get along the way, we try and do it. It's not, like, beat the game in the fastest time possible. It's not a speed run, but it's also, like, there are 408 weapons in the game in total, if you include, like, staves and thrusting shields and all of that good stuff. So basically at a certain point we have to kind of yeah. No more fog, which is great. Oh, good stagger. Love it. That'll do for a crit as well. Very nice. Surprised this one doesn't have like a frost proc on landing the way the Rot Dragon in Caelid does. Oh, we got a stagger to finish again. Incredible. Good fight. Very good fight. Oh, it's a shame we don't fight that dragon more often. We're not ignoring the dragon this time. No, we have to fight all the dragons. Well, I think the next dragon actually is ignorable because it's all the ones in Farum Azula. But then we have Dragon Lord Placidusax, who we're definitely not going to ignore. It's one of the most spectacular fights in the game. But yeah, like I was saying, we have to complete the weapons in relative speed if we are actually going to get through as many weapons as I feasibly can. It taking 8 years is a generous estimate especially considering I have a few optional objectives in mind for some of these, but it also keeps things more interesting. That's Sacred Tier number 11. We'll put a point into Faith. It's all we can afford to do. But then we'll probably crack these two, and we'll have enough for another one. At this rate, we might get to have Golden Vow before we fight Mohg. And is the... Yeah, the remaining smithing stones are up here. Cool, okay, cool. So now we can go back to Round Table Hold, get this thing up to plus 22, which is a little bit better weapon scaling. And then the rest of the smithing stone 8s are either in Consecrated Snowfields or Farum Azula.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
Really just depends what we feel like doing first at that stage. So, where should we go? I suppose, looking at the boss list for Mountaintops of the Giants, we've done Borealis. We've done Ulcerated Tree Spirits. We've got Castle Soul. Oh yeah, we have the Volcano Mana thing as well. We're not going to do that. Let's go do Castle Soul. There's a Death Right Bird fight on the way, which is awful, actually. But it looks like it might be nighttime, so I guess we should go and do that. Death Right Birds are probably my least favorite type of boss to fight now. That dragon number 143. I think we pressed the button. What's up, Pretz Bunny? Welcome in. And there's a Tibia Mariner here who is not a boss, so we can ignore that. Although the summons are kind of annoying. Look at the Erd tree tonight. So peaceful up here. This is the bit where all of the skeletons start coming out. Love that for us. It's all very Deathroot coded. We don't want Deathroot, we want Deathright. Yep, here we go. Considering this thing has Ghost Flame, I think Blood Flame should be okay, but I don't think it takes bleed damage, so doesn't seem like the kind of thing that would bleed. Okay, we actually got it up against the cliff here, which is very good for us. Oh, now it has Rancor Call. God, I hate the Ghost Flame. It's so annoying. This explodes. Hate that too. Also has trails of Ghost Flame that deal damage to you afterwards. Hate that. Yeah, getting it up against the cliff here is the best case scenario, so actually really happy with that fight. Good stuff. That could have been a lot worse. I normally really dislike that fight. Death Ritual Spear, though. It's going to be another one to try out at some stage. Never used it. Likewise, Helfen's Steeple that's up here. It's the weapon you get for beating the Tibia Mariner. Never used that either. Looks like a really cool greatsword. Castle Sol, I believe, actually has some Smithing Stone 8s. There might be some in here. Let's quickly take a look while all of this is going on. So we got the one from Kaled. Consecrated Snowfields. Oh, there's the ones on Moonlight Altar as well. You can get some from Mohgwyn Dynasty Mausoleum. And then the rest are like Halig Tree, Elfale, Farum Azula. Yeah, okay, so not Castle Sol then. You can get the 7s from here, but then the 8s are all in the Consecrated Snowfields. Oh well. Sorry, that's been really loud, by the way. Or it's really loud for me. It might not be too bad for you guys. We're going to get up to the midpoint grace of this place. Or try to, at least, as long as the birds don't kill me. There we go. It was him or me. It was very close. For once I might actually fight these guys, because it's annoying when they ambush you around the grace. Just push me with a shield. Honestly, sometimes I think fighting these guys is going to be a better opportunity than... It's going to be faster than dodging past them and trying to get to the grace without fighting them. I'm just impatient. Anyway, we can probably crush enough runes to level up one more time. Literally 70 runes away. Gotta ignore that because it's a weapon we don't need. And here we're going to get halfway up the stairs and then jump attack that guy. Unfortunately, it puts us in range of the other guys down here, but... better than nothing. And this guy... which ones of these scale with strength? I mean, I guess they both do. Just so we're not dealing with the extra guys. Wonderful. Albinoric Summoners. Let's activate this elevator just so we can do something with it if we lose this fight. But it's time for O'Neill, whom we could potentially get the shield out and parry At least parry his adds, but I actually kind of like the idea of having Barbaric Roar on deck for this one. It's time for the sword, Chad! And that was the end of the sword, Chad. Pretty spectacular, I would say. Okay, he's dead as well. Now it's time for you. And now it's time for leg. Leg attack. I will honestly say I've gotten way better at taking this fight aggressively. One more charged heavy for when he gets up. Oh, he got me there. And then you run in after that attack. Ow. And then you get fully clocked. Running after this for a follow-up. And he's dead. Nice, okay. Prosthetic Limb Lightning Rod is still a powerful character choice. It really is. And dropping that as a weapon is also pretty based. So, 23 in Faith, doing pretty well. We'll get the other half of the Halig Tree Medallion. Perfect. So that's Deathrite Bird and Commander Nile done. We've got an Erdtree avatar up here. We've also got the side cave where you fight the Spirit Caller snail that summons the two Godskins. I have to remember where that one is, but it's a pretty funny one. Let's walk back to Castle Sol, go do the Erdtree avatar fight. Going Faith for the buff incantations? Yeah, I just want to have Golden Vow. That's it, really. You could have it as an Ash of War, but it doesn't last as long. It's not as powerful. And I'd already invested into Faith for Blood Flame Blade and Flame Grant Me Strength, so I might as well do it for Golden Vow as well. Our Strength is close to set. Oh, it is 70 now. Yeah. I think Vigor is high enough, especially with Morgott's Great Rune active. Endurance might need a bit of a boost once we get Bernal's armor set, which is the one I'm planning on using. But outside of that, we should be okay. And the Faith investment is only a couple of extra points, so if we need to invest some more in other stats, then we can. It shouldn't be too many more levels. Skeleton back there firing his laser. Now, can I get... Oh.
Where did you go?
It's the jellyfish. Oh, is it back over there? Oh, gross. I guess we can go this way, though, right? We don't need to do this, but... I hope you're happy, chat. We're fulfilling jellyfish dreams and getting bitten for it. Also, we can get Fancy Spin. So, we can do a Fancy Spin when we beat the Elden Beast. This is probably a somber, if I had to guess. Yep, thought so. The guys sitting on chairs like that always have somber smithing stones. Shout out to demi-humans. Okay, time for next Erdtree avatar. In fact, I think Barbaric Roar might be kind of fun here, but let's not worry about it too much. Hello! Didn't even see the boss bar. Nice. The trick to this one is to kill it before it gets to clone itself, which is going to happen about now, so... Of course, the cool part about that is we just have 2 things to deal damage to. Good fight. Very nice. That's Crimson Bubble Tier, which is a fun one. So from First Church of Marika, we can continue upwards. And we have Round Table Knight Vike at the Everjail. I think I will need to look up where the Spirit Caller Snail cave is. It's probably around here somewhere. Giant Conquering Hero's Grave is another ancient hero of Zamor. But I can't remember exactly where the Spirit Caller Snail fight is. But this one is Round Table Knight Vike. Is it this map or the next snow map that has the dungeon after a long invisible bridge? It's the next one. It's the secret path to the Halig Tree. No Dragon Bolt for you. Lich Dragon Fortisax over here. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Vike at least casts lightning bolts at a speed that you can dodge. It doesn't have lightning that sticks to you. I don't know what it is about the NPCs, but they seem way less capable of dodging a jumping heavy than they are just a regular heavy swing. I hope Gideon is like that. So now if we wanted the fingerprint armor, we have the fingerprint armor. But I think we're only going to use that for Frenzied Flame builds. I think that's the plan. 20 bosses left. Hello, Torrent? I won't ask again. So I believe we get to the Giant Conquering Hero's grave after this point. There's nothing in that castle over there. That's just a garrison. Here's all the giants. Including some who are kind of still here. Am I actually going to do another 380 times? That's the plan. Whether we actually get there, we'll see, but the hope is yes. Reality is not always what we hope for, though. Then again, we are now at the point where we can probably complete a playthrough feasibly within 2 streams, as long as we don't do anything too extra with it, so. The next few should be pretty straightforward. We've got to farm a few weapons. Like the battle hammer, we have to farm from the duelists in Lanedale, which means we have to get to Lanedale with some other kind of hammer. But that should be okay. Right, we'll head over here, fight Okina, get the last crystal tier, and then probably backtrack and go to the Halig tree, or to the snowfield, just to try and get some upgrade mats. Yellow Annex Tunnel has a lot of smithing stone 8s that we can use. He doesn't like heavies. Oh. That was rough. Corpse Piler, not an attack I want to be on the end of. Okay, cool. It's like a chess match. Shout out Rivers of Blood. Okay, that wasn't a boss fight, but it always feels like one. Ah, final Sacred Tier, last of the Flask upgrades. We still have our Great Rune. And I guess we could still do one Flask upgrade, because we could have another, Golden Seed. This is the Giant Conquering Hero's grave. Is there anything else around here? I don't think so, unless it's around this side that we end up doing the Godskin Snail fight, but I can't remember. Oh wait, no, it's down here, because there's like a... I don't know if we have the Stone Sword keys for it. There's a Stone Sword key door down there. Yeah, New Game Plus is the plan. I'm planning on getting to the point where I can acquire weapons from like Farum Azula onwards. Basically, like if you can't use it to beat Fire Giant is sort of the cutoff point, even though that's really late in the game. Because obviously at that point the capital is ashes. But yeah, like if you can't use it to beat Fire Giant, then I do it in a New Game Plus run. That's the idea. It's actually kind of weird how you can see how all of the shapes on the map are bodies. Like, that's rough. Where can we get another stone sword key from? Like, I'm certain that merchants sell them, but I don't know which ones. Let's go to the one near Bellum Church, because he's got rune arcs that we can buy as well. I don't know if he has stone sword keys, but I don't remember where all of them are. I've already been to the Round Table Merchant. We already have all the ones that the Twin Maidens can sell us. Hello. Okay, we can buy rune arcs from him at least, so that's okay. Who else? Or where else, I suppose? Guy in Shifra River might have them. I'm pretty sure he has larval tears, but maybe a stone sword key as well. We haven't been to this merchant yet, so... Oh. I got stuck on a bench. Doing pretty hefty damage to those guys. There might even be a few stone sword keys, like in odd places like this, where you get rewarded for them, rewarded with them for exploring. Golden runes. Oh, for a second I thought I was going off.
A customer.
Yes, okay, here's 3. We're buying all of them. I don't think we need all of them, but I'm buying all of them. Till next time. Yeah, so we'll go back to Freezing Lake, and it's about halfway around. Oh yeah, the Ray Lucaria Merchant I haven't been to either. I did not think to go to him because the only thing I normally need from him is the Imp Ashes if we're getting the magic stuff. Or sometimes he sells like sleep arrows, right? For the bow playthroughs. We got 2 of those coming up in the B category. But this, I believe, is the cave that I'm talking about with all the spirit caller snails in it. So this is the Godskin duo fight, but in order. Yeah, there we go. I thought as much. So this cave is a real pain the first time through. I think it shouldn't be a problem for me now. But I also have to remember where we're going. And then not die, obviously. I believe there's also a samurai like Okina who gets summoned a lot by these snails. All the wolves here are summoned by one on this side. And yeah, the samurai over there and all of the rest of these wolves are summoned by this one. Oh, wrong flask. Really bad if I don't end up actually healing. There we go. So we don't actually get runes for fighting all of the spirits, but we get them for fighting the snails. So now, just so we don't end up with a completely wasted flask, let's go in and fight these guys. I don't think Blood Flame is going to be that helpful against these guys if they're spirits, but... Oh god, and they hit pretty hard too. Probably not as hard as actual Godskin Duo does, but... Aiming for a stagger in a second. We'll wait for him to come down from that, though. Okay, dang. Can't believe I missed that. Hello? Oh no. Okay, well that one was pretty easy. We'll see how Noble is. Okay, this has been a lot worse in the past, so... Okay, we're due for rolling. Okay, luckily he didn't decide to roll forever that time. Step out of the circle of fire, please, sir. Thank you. God, I love that you can bait them into fireballing you just by healing. It's kind of helpful. There we go. Very nice. Actually quite happy I remembered where the snail was. So that's Round Table Knight Vike, Godskin Apostle and Godskin Noble. We've still got the Giant Conquering Hero's Grave. We can now use Golden Vow, which is huge. I think it's Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, Blood Flame Blade, and then we'll put Flame Cleanse Me on the end. So that's a little extra damage for us. For now, though, we can head back to Grand Lift of Rold, do the secret path to the Halig Tree. And oh boy, we've got a dungeon ahead of us. Oh, wrong medallion. Sorry. Redo. Let's try that again. The other reason why this is a cutscene, by the way, is so that you can walk back here and the elevator is still here. Because imagine calling this one down from the mountaintops. I think we'll go through here, we'll get the grace, and then we'll come back. Because I really don't fancy jumping to my death several times. There's a stake of Marika here, but, you know. The thing I like the least about Dark Souls was the one time it basically made walking across invisible paths mandatory. That I found was annoying. There's a boss you have to get to literally by walking on invisible paths, and it's got a mechanic to help you with those, but it still sucked to do. Okay, so this part, you look for the broken bit of balcony on this side, and you jump off here onto this. You can run straight for this area, and this is where you get the talisman that lets you farm stuff better, but we're not going to use this because we don't really need to farm anything. Now, though, we have problems, because now we need to get down there, and I don't know how to do it. I don't really have any rainbow stones I can use. I guess I could go and buy some. This guy's just running directly across here, so we can clearly do that part. But this bit? There is a message in mid-air over here, but I never know how many of these are trolls. This guy is walking over here, though. There's your hint. Try attacking, but no hidden path? Yeah, thanks. There we go. A heckin' octopus, dude? Indiana Jones vibes? Yeah, pretty much. And now we gotta do all that again. Should not have stayed to fight the octopus. I thought I was just hitting it in the beak, and I thought that was gonna be fine. I don't think it puts me in that room either. Nope, it puts me at the start. Okay, that's fair. At least we know how to do it, roughly. Just gotta look for the clues, I guess. Almost jumped off the balcony there to avoid this guy's beast claw attack. So we go this way. Then we go this way. We kill this guy and his mate. And then we roll off there. This time we collect our runes and we don't bother fighting anything. But I'm pretty sure we do have to pull a lever back there, so let's pull the lever back there. Thanks for the iframes. More heavy doors opening in places. I guess it's just this one. I guess the only thing we had to do was the invisible bridge puzzle. Oh yeah, we got Golden Vow now. Honestly, should have left it with Barbaric Roar just because that would have been better. Oh, it's another Mimic tier. Wild. Forgot about this fight entirely. Well, fortunately I know all of your weaknesses. That works. Black Flame Monk Ammon. Sweet. Had no idea this was even here. Yeah, I've done this like once, maybe, on my previous All Bosses run. What's up, Emma? Welcome in. So yeah, that puts us out on the rest of the path of the Halig Tree, I guess. So our main goal now... We're going to level Mind some, potentially. We can get a little bit more health. I think if we wanted more Mind, we could also use Radahn's Great Rune instead of Morgott's. The health gain would not be so bad. Hi, Lieutenant.
It is I, Lieutenant.
I do hear you, Lieutenant.
We have reached the land of Mikla's Halig Tree, where Lobo and I began our travels. It's entirely thanks to you that I'm so close to home. These great snow-laden lands stretch far to the north and beyond the ancient valleys.
Sorry, Lieutenant, I'm going into an area of very poor signal. Oh god, there it is. So the Grace is around here somewhere, I think. Oh, yep. There's a big old cliff there. Oh, yes, and that also points us to another dungeon that we should go and get. Oh, the Grace is way further down. But once this all clears, we should see where the map is over here. There it is. What's up, CD96? Welcome in. We are here in the snowfields. We are 147 bosses into our all bosses run. And we need to go and get the map of this area just so I can have at least some idea of what's going on here. And then there's an Erdtree avatar right here. There's a Deathrite bird here. Yellow Annex Tunnel is over here. I think there's a Catacomb somewhere over there as well. There's like a few of them here. It's irritating. I think we're going to go here first, though. There's also the Knights Cavalry duo that's guarding the the welcome wagon. But I think we'll go here first just because I think that will get us a lot of smithing stones, and we're being invaded by Anastasia again. Well, you know what? I can just run away from this one. She's over there. Oh, it's our friend from the Lake of Rot again. Owie. Horse iframes. I invoke the right of horse. I invoke the right of not getting hit by that guy's madness attacks, please. Wonderful. We're in. So in here, our goal is to get as many smithing stones as we can, and then probably beat the Astel boss fight at the end of this. There's also a Misbegotten warrior and a magma worm on the frozen lake in this area too. Forgotten about those until I had to know. And this is the thing where you can't go through this doorway. Yeah, thought so. We don't have the right. Nearly didn't make that. Nothing personal, kid. Unfreezes behind you. A freezing Greece. How Greece the Greece. Okay, none of the smithing stones are here yet. Wait. Ah! Oh, no, it's somber. Never mind. These guys are just unfreezing around me. None of them are dropping any smithing stones. Wait a second. What is this? It's a pickaxe through my skull. A smithing stone 8. We did it. Stop throwing rocks at me. Why do they hurt so much? That rock would probably take out my entire health bar at the start of the game. Not going to have any health left for Astel at this rate. Not slippery when wet, thankfully. Got to check behind all these various decorations just in case. Oh, it's you. Aha! They hide them well in this place, don't they? This is an Onyx Lord. And now he's a dead Onyx Lord. Another somber. Why these smithing stones got to be so serious? Oh, it's really annoying that the ones I actually want are harder to spot because they're less glowy. That's annoying. Got one there. Are there any behind here? Are there any behind here? How many did we get from all of those? 4. Okay, that's enough to level up to plus 23 then. But we need 6 for the next one, so I think for that we will have to go to Farum Azula. Or the Halig Tree. Are we halfway through the bosses? Oh, we're way over halfway through. We are in endgame. We're on our second Astel of the stream. And I can't wait to hit this one in the head again. Fortunately, we avoided the grab. Looking forward to second phase grab, which is more annoying to avoid. Oh. Another good grab dodge. This is meteors then. Yep, thought so. And there's our stagger. And that should be a fight. Oh, almost. Was really hoping for a stagger finish, but we'll take it anyway. $148. Are there any smithing stones in this room? We will never know. I'm not going to look for them. Astel looks like they were designed by someone who created the platypus. Also fair, yes. So, from here... Ordina, Deathrite Birds, Misbegotten, Theodorix, Knights Cavalry Duo, probably something else over here, I forget. Is it like there? Don't recall. Don't think there's any smith stones in the boss's room? No, it's too big. They wouldn't put it in an area that big, I feel like. That's the impression that I get. $17.50. Or with the Great Rune, about 2,200. Not bad. I think maybe we go and do this Erd Tree avatar, because it's a fairly easy fight. Let's remove that. The Magma Worm fight is right here. So we'll try this one. I remember this one being a pain, but also I remember fighting it without any armor. I think there's also a statue that you can encourage one of the giant octopi around here to break, or you can have the magma worm do it, but the crabs won't do it. Yeah, I think this guy, if you have it like follow you over here, I think it can break this. It's really slow. But I think this should have more Smithing Stone 8s in. No, you didn't miss Malenia. No, Malenia's probably like the last boss fight we'll do aside from Elden Beast. Elden Beast will honestly feel like a... There we go. Thank you. Oh, Torrent, no. Yeah, Elden Beast will probably feel like a really fun departure after Malenia. Okay, so down the end here, after a quick buff routine, we have Magma Worm Theodorix. Or Great Worm Theodorix, even. It's a great worm. This is why I remember him being a pain. It's because all magma worms are a pain. Because they all just do this attack over and over and over again. Oh, the octopus has joined the fight. Player 2 has entered the game. Oh my god, I'm right in the middle of it. Get him, Theodorix. Again, dude? How? Not that I'm complaining, but like, how? Also, I'm in his leg right now. Honestly, the octopus is like a summon in this fight. It's like MVP distraction. Theodorix has risen from his 1,000-year slumber basically just to fight this octopus, and I happen to be here at the time. And somehow we're getting to crit. You saw his eye? That was like a Godzilla movie. That was like you see the dragon's eye before it dies. Oh my gosh. I hate the two in Mount Gelmir the most, always running into lava. Yeah. So yeah, Octopus MVP. Thank you, Based Octopus. I have two Stone Sword keys, so we can open this as well. This is the really, really powerful Misbegotten warrior. I think we'll get to 150. And then we'll call the stream there, because it is late, and I do need to go and make chili. My planning to do a Dragon Powers run, does that come under D? Yeah, so the Draconic Incantation Seal, what's it called? A Dragon Communion Seal? We'll probably do that one at some stage. This is cool. This also feels like there might be Smithing Stone 8s in here, but I don't think there are. Didn't expect Bloodstain. Pack ahead. Oh. Yeah. Misbegotten with axes and some rats. Well, if you didn't expect Bloodstain, clearly you've never fought rats in this game, because they're pain in the butt, and these are also endgame rats. Still no item. More freezing grease. I'm beginning to see a pattern. No horse ahead. Alright. I think this is a dungeon where we have to, like, jump between a couple of things to get where we need to go. From what I recall. Yeah, it's like you jump up here and then you do a couple of running jumps to these other platforms to get things. Oh, okay. Nothing too significant then. You can't get up that way. What is this? Try target lock. Oh, okay. I tried it. It turned out to be pretty useful. This continuation? Is this where we need to go? As you can probably tell, this is another one of those fights that I've only done once on my previous all bosses run, and did not know this place existed outside of that. King of delayed attacks, this guy. Okay, so another one of these. A rune arc. Ooh. And some spirit flame arrows. Thanks. Liar ahead, liar ahead. Yep. I see what's happened. Not this way, then. Here. Oh, we kind of got on there. Thanks. This is the way we haven't gone yet. Ah, it's this way, right? I see, I see. And then there's a bunch of angry jellies, isn't there? Yeah. I remember this bit. And then, fortunately, there's a Stake of Marika in this next part, because the fight is actually quite bad. Oh, bait items again. Ow. Can I get on the thing? Thank you. Whoop. Okay, and now, yes, there is a Stake of Marika, which is a good thing because this guy hits very hard. Fortunately, Golden Vow is also a strength buff. And by a strength buff, I mean a defensive buff. Yeah, that's the fight. That's the attack I was worried about. That's why we give no quarter. That man dabbed on the haters and then nearly killed me, so 150 it is. We have 15 bosses left in the base game. Can count them on the fingers of one hand, but I have weird hands. So let's quickly rest at this Grace, Cave of the Forlorn. And let's put one into Vigor for the road. Okay, friends, Yamar is now 137, or her level is, at least. Her actual age is closer to 70. And I think, with my foot tapping impatiently, I think that's where we're going to wrap up today's stream. We'll see what I have time for over the weekend, but I am going to be out tomorrow, so I'll probably be catching up on video production stuff over the weekend. And on Sunday, we have Dungeons & Dragons. So I'll be over on the 8-Bit community channel for that, which means we'll probably be back to finish this run on Tuesday. Although finish this run does involve fighting Melania, along with every other endgame boss. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're on 150 pretty comfortably. We only have... In Mountaintops, we have Ancient Hero of Zamor and Fire Giant. In Shifra River, we have Mohg. We have the 3 bosses in Farum Azula. We have Deathrite Bird, Knight's Cavalry Duo. There's a Erd Tree Avatar around here, and then it's the Halig Tree bosses. And then it's usual, you know, Gideon, Godfrey, Radagon, Elden Beast. So, not too shabby. Friends, thank you for being here. I will send you over to somebody else who's streaming here on Twitch, just so you can enjoy some more fun stuff. Let's send you folks over to Joel Duggan, who's currently on his Transformers-themed Satisfactory playthrough. Looks like he's working on Devastator right now, so go say hi to Joel for me. And I'm going to be lurking in a few other streams while I make some chili. So, have a good one, friends. I'll see you all next Tuesday, if not before. Until then, take care, have a good one. Bye for now.